Hi friends, welcome back to So Sweet. I am Leslie and I'm outside again, shockingly. It's been cold, but I guess not cold enough. So today we're going to talk about calendula and make calendula. Some people say salve and some people say salve. I don't care how you say it, but I'm going to say salve for the video. But what you want to do is come out and pull your calendula off. I'm checking for bees because I've taken in so many bees in my calendula this year. You want to pull your calendula off and take it inside to dry. So to make a salve, a lot of people use calendula because it has so many healing and beauty benefits. So about a year ago, I was studying some of this stuff because my kids get these dry patches and lotion from the store hasn't really been helping, and sometimes it actually irritates their skin. So I did a lot of research and found calendula about a year ago. Well, probably in January I bought these. And you need to buy Calendula officinalis for the beauty health benefits. I believe the other kind could be toxic, so do your research, make sure you're getting the right thing, and definitely know that you're not getting something toxic. But the officinalis calendula has antifungal, I believe antibacterial, and just tons of healing properties. Now, it's great for wounds, it's great for skin irritations and rashes, and it's really great for healing scars. I really wish I would have had this before now because we've had so many scrapes and cuts and just tons of stuff. My husband had stitches in his head almost a year ago, and so this, a salve, would have been great to have. So we'll probably talk a little bit more about the healing benefit, but I'm gonna pull the last little bit from this. I'm actually shocked it's not dead because we have had freezing temperatures. Make sure there's no bees. And I thought that this was gonna die back by now. I did already harvest seeds from this, and I think I can actually come and harvest more. But what I think I'll do is grab the seed heads and just start tucking them in where I want calendula to pop up, because while this has been a great plant, I need more. So I think it'd be good to have calendula on hand all year round, dried in a jar just in case. But let's go make this salve. Okay guys, so we came inside, and what you want to do is you want to leave your calendula, you can just leave it out for however long it takes to dry, completely dry. And then, or you can dehydrate it. I've done both. I've left it sitting out so that it dries on its own, no hassle. And I've also dehydrated it in my dehydrator. So I dehydrated these ones in my dehydrator. And what you want to do is you want to fill your jar, and you want to use an oil. I used grapeseed oil for this. You can use grapeseed oil and heat it up and just heat them and do it that way instead of leaving it sitting in a jar. But for me, this go around, what I did was I left this in a jar for, they say 4 to 6 weeks. I left mine in there longer. So this has been sitting in the jar for about 3 months. But what you want to do, you want to fill it to the above the calendula, just like that. And I had already started filling it before this because I was making my first ever shorts or reel, or anyways, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it's my first time. But with this, then you want to shake it. So you're gonna leave this on your counter for 4 to 6 weeks. I say 6 weeks because you want to get all those healing benefits from the flowers. But you just come and you shake it every day so that you don't have mold grow on top or other things. You want that oil to be covering it. So this is my brand new one. And you can kind of see there's a difference in color. This one's been the one sitting there for about 3 months. And if I shine a light behind it, it's fun because you can see the oil has gotten golden. Whereas this oil is just how the grapeseed oil looks, and it doesn't look golden. You can use different oils for this. You don't have to use grapeseed oil. I believe you can use olive oil if you want. And if you were gonna cook it on the stove to try to get the healing properties out, instead of letting it sit on the counter, you maybe even could use avocado oil. Just do your research. I chose grapeseed oil, and I know other people have used it and it's worked really well. So next step, well, I did also do this one. So this doesn't look as good. These were like pretty much white with pink rose petals. And rose petals also have beauty and healing benefits. And so this one doesn't look as pretty. It's not bad, but save your rose petals and dry them. I know sunflowers also have the petals healing benefits and calendula and beauty benefits. So I'm 33. I can use a little bit of help with my skin. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna strain the oils out. So I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna take our oil that's been sitting for weeks and weeks, and we're gonna get some kind of a bowl. I'm gonna make a makeshift double boiler. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna boil this on the stove by itself. I'm gonna have a pan with water underneath to help it heat up and boil it, because I am going to be using beeswax. So I don't really know why everybody does it that way, but I don't want to do it the other way and find out, because it seems to be a safety thing. So we're gonna take this oil and woo, getting oil on me. We're gonna pour it in. Woo. Just keeps coming. Gonna set this down. And then I'm using this mesh wiring and a spoon, because I don't have one of the cool tools you should have to push it in. But you can use something like this, or you can use a cheesecloth. Cheesecloth, I do have that, but I thought it's gonna soak up all my oil, and I don't want that to happen. I want as much oil as I can get, because I'm hoping to have about 2 cups of oil. So you do want to push this and try to get it to come out as much as possible. See? So I'm going to keep doing this It's going to take me a little while, and then let's see if we can get more oil out. There we go. Uh-oh. And it's so golden in color, it's crazy. The grapeseed oil that I used, it is not golden like this. This became golden all because of those flowers and the petals. I'm getting the oil all over my hands, but it's okay. Okay, this got really messy really quick. So, you don't have to do it as messy as I am, but I have been pouring this out. Whoop. Like so, trying to keep it mostly in this, and then squeezing it with a spoon and getting it to drip. Now, I keep doing this, and this seems really tedious. It's not awful. I like crafts and doing things, so I'm fine with it. But I did find online on Amazon, you can buy calendula oil. So I don't know what company, I don't know any of that, but it was 8.5 ounces for $32. So this should be around 8 ounces, and me doing this so that my kid's skin can feel better and we can have some healing properties and things like that, and hopefully get rid of dry spots that pop up. I'm fine with doing this. Now you want to squeeze as much out as you can, and then what I did, this is why my hands are a disaster, was I just went ahead and grabbed it and squeezed it, because look at how much is coming out. I am going to have to dig some of this stuff out of my oil, but this is why my hands are a complete disaster. But it's okay, because I'm not touching the camera. Okay, so that is a good amount of oil that I've got. Now, see, it just keeps coming. This is why I just went ahead and grabbed it all, because when you can keep getting oil, and this much oil costs 32 bucks, it did show a fourth of an ounce, or a fourth of an ounce, 4 ounces, so half a cup is $20. So for me, I'd rather just make it. Okay, so I do have a mess, and I've got one more thing of oil to put in here. But if you want to look, you can see how pretty, look how pretty that, it's so goldeny. I am going to do my rose petal that I sat in oil, and I'm going to combine this with rose petals. You don't have to do that, but you can do it if you want. You can also add essential oils to this. I'm going to add tons, but you can flavor it up. Now remember, if you use a citrus essential oil, you don't really want to be in the sun for like hours afterwards, because when you use citrus on your skin and then you go out in the sun, you get really burned. So don't do that. But depending on how you're using it, You can add that if you want, or you can add lavender or whatever you want. So I'm gonna do these rose petals, and then we're gonna start getting this on the stove top so we can add the beeswax. And what you wanna do is 8 ounces of oil and then add 1 ounce of beeswax. So 1 cup oil, 1 ounce beeswax per cup. All right, so I restrained it into another bowl because, this, my bowl had so much stuff in the bottom of it that I needed to strain some of that out. Now I need to dump some of this water out. Okay, so I'm not heating this directly in the pan, and this should be okay because I've gotten the glass warm for a little while. So while that's heating up, I did buy this off Amazon. I'll post a link so that you can buy your own if you want. I always recommend though getting your own beeswax from a beekeeper. So you can see there's a difference. I don't know why there's a difference. This, I would use it for my salve, except this is old beeswax, and I'm gonna use this it's hot. So this is old. It's kind of like stale. Beeswax can go stale. Honey can't, but beeswax can. So I'm going to use this for a candle and not for my skin and face, because I mean, you can't really, you can kind of tell it's still. But so I'm going to use this because this is as close to this as I can get right now. Like I had said, for every 8 ounces, it's 1 ounce of beeswax. So, and that's it. That's all you need to do. You can add essential oil, but it's really only a 2 ingredient, well, technically 3 ingredient if you count the calendula. But you just make your calendula oil and add beeswax to a hot thing, and then we're gonna pour it in a jar. So let's get this measured and going. Okay, so we're gonna get the beeswax. So I definitely recommend using a scale, like a food scale. Put your thing on it, zero it out, and then make sure, so this is reading it in ounces. So we're gonna do a little over 2 ounces because I'm pretty sure, well, I'm positive. There's 1 ounce. There's 2. I'm gonna do 2 1/4. There we go. Because I have so much oil that I need that much. So then we're gonna go add this and get it nice and melted and mixed. Let's go do that. All right, we're just gonna pour this in and get it melting. Okay. All right, so these are just kind of sticking in there because I have it over the heat. But I almost got them all out. So we're just gonna stir this. Oh, you can kind of see they're disappearing. And they melt real quick. Look at that. So we're just gonna make sure it's fully melted. And then we're gonna take this over and I'm gonna pour it back in the 2 jars that I had it going in. You can still kind of see little bumps all over the screen, or all over. You can kind of see little bumps all in here, so it still needs to melt for a little bit. But we're almost there, almost done. All right, so I am gonna drop a few drops of essential oil in. I'd say maybe 10 drops per cup. I have 2 cups in there, so I did some of these and then thought, oh, I better record this. But we are gonna end up pouring these into here, then they'll cool off and they'll be ready. So that's our next step. Let's get to it. A lot of people will pour this into little tins. That's great. For me, because we're gonna have them here in our house, I'm gonna use this and just pour it back into this jar and this jar. So I should have 2 whole ones, and I'm hoping that that gets me through till next calendula season. Do you want to tell me when, cameraman?
When?
Sweet. Thank you. Okay. All right, and then we'll end up doing the next one. We're gonna let this sit open for a while until it cools off, and then we'll show you the final product. All right, and now they have solidified and they're ready to get put away, but you just come in, get a little on your finger, and put it wherever you need to. It can go on cuts, burns, scars, rashes, a whole ton of things. So I'm excited. I've never had Calendula Salve, but this was worth the wait. So I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY video. It's my first, so be nice. If you liked this or liked any of my other videos and you want to support me, give me a thumbs up or hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.